Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Nikita Zadav, consultant dermatologist practicing in Mumbai. Today I'm going to discuss with you all about acne. So acne is a very huge topic to discuss. That's why I have divided into two parts. Today we will be discussing about what is the structure of skin, how does acne form, what are the causes of it, and management will be the part, like second part. So first, looking at the transverse section of a skin, when you try to look at the skin by layer forms, so there is a first layer known as epidermis, there is a second layer known as dermis, and the third layer being subcutaneous fat. So to every epidermis, there is a hair follicle as in your hair. So what you see above the scalp is the upper part, but lower beneath there is a hair follicle where the hair comes out, and to every hair there is a oil gland attached. So now this oil gland which is attached is present in the 5 areas of your body from where the oil production starts. So one is on the face, one is on the scalp, one is on the upper chest, complete back and upper arms. So these are the areas where oil gland is present along with the hair follicles. Similarly, there's a hair, then there's an oil gland, attached to that there is a different gland present, also known as sweat gland, but it is present all over your body. So now what exactly happens to this oil? So this oil gland keeps on secreting oil, which is also known as sebum. So this gland, which is also known as the oil bag, is known as sebaceous gland, and it promotes production of sebum. And then this oil comes out of your hair, like it comes out from the where the hair opening is, it comes out from there. So there are two things which dwell in this oil gland. One is natural bacteria and natural fungus. So this natural bacteria, when they start severely start multiplying, it forms acne, and this acne shows a pus form of eruptions because there is a pus development getting inside that acne. But when this fungus attacks a oil gland, a natural fungus, it develops into dandruff, and that's how we get dandruff over our scalp. So dandruff and acne generally go hand in hand. So what are the gradings of acne? Coming to the gradings, there is grade 1, which is non-inflammatory acne. That means you have just got blackheads and whiteheads. What are whiteheads? So basically these are keratin material which is coming out from your skin. And what is blackheads? So they are also keratin material, but because of its oxidization of there is oxidization of melanin that takes place. Generally people think blackheads are the dirt and we try to remove it out. It is not like that. It is oxidization of melanin in that keratin particles. That's why it is shown as a blackheads. So these are non-inflammatory. That means there is no pus formulation in this type of an acne. So that is grade 1. Grade 2 is there are more of papules and less of pustules. So now what is papules? Just small eruptions that you get. And less of pustules means in that eruption there is no pus. Third grade is there is less of papules, more of pustules. So more of pustules means there is lot of pus filled acne on your skin. And fourth is nodulocystic acne. That means there is nodules or cysts. That is, there are big acne which are inoculated. Like when you try to feel, whenever you get an acne, you feel a lump kind of a thing. That is the fourth grading. So these are the the 4 grades. Now, how do we classify acne? So acne could be according to the age. So there occurs neonatal acne in neonates, infantile acne in small babies. Okay, then comes the adult acne, which generally adolescent acne, which generally gets in the age group of 12 to 20 years. Why? Because the body comes into puberty of a man and woman. That is, a boy or a girl gets the hormonal changes in their body, because of which the hormone starts jumping, and that's how they promote the oil production. So that is adolescent acne. Then there is adult acne, which generally takes place in the age group of 35 to 45. And then there is elderly acne, which even gets after post-menopause or after 50-60 years of your age. So now talking about, like, grading is done, types of acne is done. What is acne excoriae? So excoriae means when you try to manipulate your acne, like whenever you are sitting ideally and you have got acne on your face, you try to, you know, burst the acne or try to again and again touch your skin or something like that. So eventually you're manipulating that thing, that inflammation, and it is activating all the more pus formulations over there. So that is manipulating acne, and you try to scratch it out or snatch it out, then that is known as acne excoriae. Then there is something known as occupational acne. So people working with the companies where there are a lot of chemical exposure, na, even they keep on getting this whiteheads and blackheads. So then that is also known as occupational this thing, and it could be because of gold or steel or any kind of chemicals those are used. Apart from that, there is pomade acne. Pomade acne means acne that occurs because of excess oil application over your scalp. So if you're keeping on applying oil overnight, then that then that oil gets over your skin and it affects all your complete forehead. Then there is something known as hormonal acne, where the female get it after 35 to 40 years of age, but they don't get it specifically on the cheeks, they get it at the mandibular angles and more over this area, the chin area. Apart from that, there is something also known as acne, which is associated with hirsutism or male hormonal symptoms. Like there is a lot of testosterone androgen production in some ladies, so they kind of get little beard of hairs or a beard in the beard area, and sometimes so in that also it is associated with acne. So these are all hormonal acnes which are there in your skin. So there are different types of acne. Now, what are the causes of acne? So number one is hormonal. Male has like two hormones, testosterone, androgens, and it is like there is a a production is one and the same. Second, in female, like the main hormones are estrogen, progesterone, which deals with that differentiates men from a woman. Apart from that, common hormones what they have is insulin hormone, thyroid hormones, pituitary. All these things are present. So if there is any hormonal imbalance related to all these hormones, they keep on attacking the oil production, and then oil is getting produced. Whenever this oil is getting produced, okay, they form your face oily. Some people get too oily face but no acne. Some people get oily face but acne also. Some people get very severe acne even if the skin is dry. So there are different variations which are present. What happens is this hormones attacks the oil gland and keeps on promoting more of oil production. Now second thing is diet. So if your diet has dairy products and milk products and sugar things, then it is going to activate the insulin growth hormones, and that's how it again gets over oil production and starts producing oil. More of people think that pickles, oils and all that gets the heat on the skin, gets the acne on the skin. That's not so. The diet that affects is all milk products. So people eating more of butter, cheese, chas, lassi, buttermilk, then all this thing, paneer and everything in excess. You should not drop out to not eat anything, but reduce your appetite over these products. Third is manipulating, that I told you about the acne excoriae. Fourth is cosmetic products. Some cosmetic products over a period of time don't support you. Then do you get acne form eruptions on your skin. Okay. Apart from that, oil application on the face, more of serum applications on the face if your skin is already oily. Then. So these are the causes that gives you acne on your face. Now the skin is of three types. One is dry, one is neutral, and one is oily. So dry skin has 10 to 20% of oil gland, neutral skin has 20 to 30% of oil gland, and oily skin has 30 to 40% of oil gland. So this 30 to 40% of oil gland, if you want to reduce it to dry skin, there are measures, there are treatments. There are different types of treatment which have been tried on acne, but as a home remedy or as a salon remedy, acne is not treatable. It is treatable only through a proper management from a dermatologist. So we'll be talking about the treatment tomorrow. See you then. Bye.